here we go. So, while they're hiding in the bushes, she says, he's getting in the way of me and Sasuke loving each other. I'm gonna say something that ruins him. She walked up into his, hey freak. He goes, what uselessness? She goes, you're so dumb. I bet you're not even part of the Uchiha clan. They probably all died because they didn't want to even be near you. You're just a loser. Sasuke only likes you because you're part of his clan. If you weren't part of it, he would hate you. Then, out of nowhere, Christian's eye starts twitching. He says, oh, so what, you're twitching? Then she starts a malevolent aura. Out of nowhere, his Sharingan flares, and then he punches Sakura straight out of the bushes while Sasuke and Kakashi are fighting. Everyone sees Sakura flying out of the bushes. She goes, Sasuke, help me! She goes, what happened? Out of nowhere, the trees next to Christian incinerate. He says, what's wrong with him? He goes, and he's got the Sharingan. He goes, he says, no, what even happened? Sakura says, I didn't do anything to him. All that happened was that he ran up to me and punched me. Sasuke says, I didn't ask if he hit you. So now I know you're lying. He says, and the whole team has to try and hold him back before killing her. He pulls out a kunai, he pulls out a sword going, then body flickers in front of her with a death stare. He goes, cutting Sakura's eye. She goes, I'll be right back. Can I share your phone for 1 quick second? Can I use my phone? Yes. Where is it? No, it's dead. It's in Dad's room somewhere. So, Sakura says, you monster! And then Christian goes, everyone is scared intensely. Then he goes, then even worse. he keeps on laughing. He goes, Sakura tries to laugh along with him, and so does everyone else so that he may calm down. They think that'll work, and they keep on laughing along with him, but then that was the biggest mistake ever. That was the dumbest mistake. I will be gone for like 8 minutes or so. I don't even know why I watched that, but whatever. Let's just get back into this. So, he's really trying to go after Sakura. And everyone, even Kakashi's trying to hold him back, but it's not working. He's even pulling forward. Sakura with a very scared look on her face. Thinks that she has seen death and faints, and passes out. He goes, I'm not done with you. They say, how are we gonna calm this guy down? Shikamaru with shadow possession saying, and it's hard to do it. He goes, moving his hands, it's hard to do, and Shikamaru's hands are like, what? How is his hands moving along with mine? He puts his hands in a lock, doing with one hand sign. Then fastly he does it. Then Shikamaru does it fastly. Then he charges up his own chakra and he shoots a fireball at the ground, propelling him up, releasing the shadow. Nah, when he's trapped, he'd try and reach for the smoke bombs in his pocket. he says, when Sakura wakes up, she sees them still trying to hold him back. And Choji and Shikamaru, well actually Shikamaru and Sasuke question what she did to make him like that, because he's never like that. Oh yeah, someone triggers him. She says, I did nothing, guys, believe me, I didn't do anything. I just walked up to him and then he attacked me. He goes, no! He says, you're probably lying, Sakura. There's no way you did something that bad for him to just outburst and destroy you. Choji, and Kakashi are trying to calm him down. Choji by trying to give him chips. Okay, eat this, maybe it'll help you calm down. And it's actually kind of working. He says, wow. Says, wow, Choji, it actually works. He says, food makes everyone kind of happy. Except Michael Afton. Poor dude can't eat. He says, we'll continue with once he calms down. And Sasuke asks, what happened? He explains the entire thing, and Sasuke is furious and says, let me at her. He says, she deserved it, she insulted him in our clan. Everyone's shocked, and then they let Sasuke go. He's about to punch Sakura in the face, but Kakashi says, calm down, Sasuke. He says, you don't know what it means for your entire family to be killed. He says, yes I do. My parents are dead. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. He says, so what? Mine is gone too. He says, no, it's not. You have 2 family members left. He says, you have him, and you have Itachi. He says, Itachi is a murderer, criminal. Now that I think about it, Itachi is kind of like Michael Afton, because, well, Michael killed thing, but it's also kind of different. Whatever. When they're all calmed down and getting ready, both Uchihas activate their Sharingan. Ino gets her full mind transfer ready. Shikamaru traps him. Choji gets his human boulder ready. Sakura gets her chakra fist ready. And Naruto gets his shadow clones ready. Naruto's shadow clones are dig underground, with Sakura punching underground to get under Kakashi. Kakashi feels a little bit of rumbling under the ground. And Christian jumps in, charging up his chakra, so it makes it look like he's rumbling the ground. He goes, ah! Then he gets pulled under by Naruto, but then Sakura punches him, and that was the plan for Sakura to punch him up into the sky. Christian says, now everyone berades him with shuriken, and he can't dodge. He substitutes out. He says, dang it. Christian's about to get kicked from behind. He ducks below and grabs Kakashi's foot, tripping him below. He's got him in a lock, going, eat this, Kakashi. Then he lifts Kakashi's leg all the way up and slams him down. He goes, ugh. He goes, now it's time for the rule thing. Kakashi would go for a tiger seal on Naruto. She says, he's a genin, you can't do that. He goes, Leaf Village Secret Finger Jutsu. 1,000 years of death. He said, Christian runs behind him saying, Uchiha Clan Secret Finger Jutsu. 100,000 years of death. And goes, he goes, launching Kakashi in the air. He goes, ha ha ha, it worked. And Naruto and Kakashi hit into each other in the air. Then all of them jumped in the air going, ha! mind transferring and letting her, and then stabbing herself in the arm. But then when the kunai is about to connect, she stops, and then Kakashi stabs himself. Then all of them punch in. Then would sweep under and grab one of the bells. Then Shikamaru would shadow stitch a bell, going, ah! He says, "Great, you all passed." They say, "We only collected 2 bells." He says, "Exactly. And y'all used teamwork." He says, "Team 7 is officially formed." They go, "Hey, bring my first fall on my sight." I go, yeah. But Christian doesn't seem too happy. At all. I mean, like, at all. He walks home before anyone else, before they're all celebrating in Naruto. When he doesn't notice he's gone, says, "Let's all get some ramen. You in, Christian?" He looks and says, "Where did he go?" He goes home and sits on his bed going, it says, why? He goes, why? I'll be back. I am... Alright, people, I can return. So, basically, when Christian is home in his room with tears rolling down his face, he goes, Why? Why only me does this happen? Sasuke's a perfect prodigy. I didn't see him as him. Why am I always hated more than him? But Sasuke says, Christian, are you okay? You stormed off after the bell test. He sees in this room, he says, what happened? He says, am I really an Uchiha, or am I Sharingan just contacts? He says, no, you're a real Uchiha by blood. He says, also, did everyone just die of me because they didn't like me? He says, who told you that? He says, is it true? He says, no, it's not true. And second of all, who told you that? He says, Sakura. He goes, even if I'm gonna say he's actually younger than Sasuke, about 13 days younger than Sasuke, actually. Sasuke's older. He goes, he says, Sasuke with an angered look in his eyes in his head twitching, and so is his eyes, and his Sharingan flares, he says, walking down there going, in his head, the next time I see that pink trash, he's dead. He's a tiny bit shorter than Sasuke also, I just wanted to point that out. He's an incy bit shorter. He's about the height of Naruto. So when they do this, it's pretty, when they reach the thing, Sasuke instantly, when they do this, when this happens, Sasuke walks up to Sakura. She says, hi, Sasuke-kun. He says, Sasuke's, after a while, hold on. Give me a second. Sasuke walks up to Sakura. I'm gonna go at normal speed. What the? Alright, here we go. Naruto holds him back, saying, Sasuke, what the heck? What the heck, Sasuke? Why'd you just come and beat her up, Sasuke? Sakura with tears in her eyes, saying, ow! Sasuke is with fury in his eyes, saying, he said, Sasuke, he says, I'll take care of Sasuke, Naruto. He said, Sasuke's tied around a tree with a ninja wire, and he says, Sasuke, why did you do it? He says, maybe because that useless piece of garbage. He says, tone it down. He says, okay then, maybe uselessness blamed Christian for the entire Uchiha's death, saying that they all died because he was alive. He says, look, I know you're angry, but you can't just go out and beat up your teammate. He says, and she can't just go out of nowhere and say and blame him for the Uchiha's death. He goes, look, I understand, and I will have a talk with her and her parents about this. But right now we're gonna do today's mission. says, okay. He says, fine. And he ignores Sakura the entire day. Everyone is still shocked at Sasuke's beating up of Sakura. After they finish up their quick mission, when Sakura goes home, Sakura's mom goes, Sakura, what happened? She says, the demon beat me up. He says, hey, what? Someone knocks on the door, they hear, and they say, oh, aren't you Sakura's teacher? He says, yes, and I'm here to tell you that is not true what she just said. The demon Naruto Uzumaki did not even touch her. I'm here to tell you because Sakura has done the worst thing, and it was Sasuke Uchiha who beat her up, but he had a reason. A very, very good reason. Sakura's dad yells, what could he have possibly reason to beat her up? He says, well, let's see. Let's just say that Sakura blamed his brother for the entire Uchiha's massacre. Sakura's mom put her hand over her mouth saying, Sakura! You can't do that. You cannot blame someone for his entire family's death. And she gets and he says all the things that Sasuke told him that would happen. When Kakashi leaves and just saying that he wanted to notify them about this, they leave and all Kakashi hears is tons of yelling in Sakura's house, and he leaves. He said he sends a clone over to Sasuke and Naruto in Christian's house. He sends it over saying that the situation was handled. He goes, Sasuke says thank you for the first time and forever. Then they go to sleep. And then when they wake up, Sakura's got a bandage on her eye. Bandages on her eye. Oh yeah, just saying, when the beatdown happened when Sasuke was beating up Sakura and, Shikamaru and Choji weren't there for it. They didn't see it, so they don't know what happened. So she says, Sakura, what happened? Sakura says, the demon beat me up. He says, Naruto did? She walks up and says, hey demon, why'd you beat up Sakura? He says, one word. She says 2 words. I didn't. It was her crush, Sasuke, and the reason why is because she blamed Christian for the entire Uchiha massacre. She goes, that is awful, and everyone stops talking to Sakura for a week, until they finally just forget about the situation. Sakura goes back to being her simp self for Sasuke, she says, I need to find a way to get rid of him so I can get closer to Sasuke. But all simps don't understand. If you kill someone that they love, they're not gonna love you, they're gonna hate you 10 times more. I don't know why some people don't realize that. If you kill one of their loved ones so they'll love you, they won't love you. They'll just hate you 10 times more. She says, but there's no way she can get rid of him because he's way stronger than her. But then she devises an idea. She can plan an enemy attack and then throw a kunai from behind, stabbing him in the arm so then he'll be immobilized. He says, or she can lower his reflexes down easily. She decides to go the third plan. When Christian is walking home and Sasuke's still training, she throws a kunai down with a paper bomb. He says, what the? And jumps away, but he's hit by the pressure of it. He goes, dang it. Then it's Sakura. He says, what the hell? And it's someone dressed as like a rogue ninja. He says, who are you? They throw a shuriken, and he tries to dodge, but then he gets cut by them. He says, what the? I know I dodged. He goes, Sharingan, and goes and dodges all the shuriken for real. Then he rushes at them, but he says, I seem much slower. He goes to punch on the attacker, then moves his fist to the left, actually hitting the attacker, is what it seems. But then he gets punched in the face. He goes, what the hell? who are you? And says, Demon Wind Shuriken, Windmill of getting punched in the stomach. He says, what the hell? He says, was it something to do with that paper bomb? He says, there was like 5 of them there, so that must have lowered my reflexes down a lot. The masked figure goes for a kick. He tries to lower up his hand, but then he's already kicked in the face. He goes, am I slow or are they super fast? Then he's hit with a shot to the neck, knocking him out. Then this masked person drags him to the forest and starts to beat the crap out of him because he can't do anything still because the paper bomb's still in action. Then that masked person pulls out an actual kunai, rolls him up in a thing, wraps him up in rope, then puts a paper bomb over his mouth, and it'll explode if he makes any sort of movements. So then she puts on the paper bomb then she puts on the paralyzed tag so he won't be able to move. And he's stuck there. Sasuke says, Kakashi, have you seen Christian? He wasn't home at all last night. Sakura goes, hi, Sasuke. He says, annoying. He says, where is he? They wait a couple of hours, and he says, where is he? He's usually here by now. Sasuke starts to get a little worried. He goes, dang it. Where is he? He should be here. He checks home to see if he's there. Then he sees a little blood trail. He goes, what the? And then he calls over. Then he does a signal for Ino, Kakashi, Choji, and Shikamaru, and Naruto to come. He goes, come on. And he doesn't tell Sakura because he has a feeling Sakura had something to do with this. They follow the blood trail until they eventually see like a lump in the ground. They see like when they walk over this dirt patch, there's nothing there. Ino says, wait guys, stop moving. Sasuke says, what? He says, she feels this and says, this feels like she feels this and says, this dirt must have been just dug up like a couple of hours ago. He said, they dig it up and they see like a bun thingy. They pull it out and they say, what the? And then they pull it out. Then they bring it out. Then Kakashi opens it up with a kunai slowly, so in case there's something in it that like is valuable or something. He opens it and they see something black in there. They say, what the? Then they pull it a little more and they start to see skin. They say, what the? Kakashi rips it open and they see Christian's face. He goes, and then he's passed out. He says, what the? They cut it open all the way and pull him out. They pull off the paralyzed seal and the paper bomb. They pull it off, rip it up, and get rid of it. Kakashi says he's unconscious and all out of chakra. He says, and then they all wait a while at Sasuke's house, waiting for him to wake up. He wakes up after like a couple of hours, and they say, what happened? He says, some masked figure came and threw 5 reflexing slowing paper bombs at me and then easily beat me. Even with the Sharingan, the 5 times of it lowered my reflexes so much that I couldn't even punch forward that hard. He goes, and I saw pink hair from it. He said Sasuke gives a death stare to Sakura going, everyone does. And Sakura gets a heck out of a beating. They go, brr, 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 how dare you, brr, 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 how dare you, brr, 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 brr. And with her left bruised and bloody, she goes, stop hurting me. Sasuke death stares her. Kakashi says, this is your last warning, Sakura. The next time you try and hurt anyone on this team, just because of your little stupid simpiness, you're kicked off this team and sent straight back to the academy, and I'll make sure that you never pass. He says, Sakura denies, saying that it wasn't her. It must have been someone cloned as her. They don't believe her. They don't believe her at all. She goes, come on guys, please believe me. You know I'm right. Ino, come on. Sasuke, come, please. They say, no one believes you, Sakura. You're a damn liar. Damn liar. It's like freaking Gordon Ramsay out here. Like freaking Gordon Ramsay. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and hurt you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Bro, this is hilarious. Me and this dude are trying to hit it. So, Kashi with the death arrow, of course, says if you ever do that to someone again, you're kicked off the team. And that's it for this.